And it looked like WNBA fans is pissed off over A'ja Wilson and her special.
A'ja Wilson just hit a walk-off, and fans went crazy, but not for the reason you think. People are accusing her of getting a special whistle, claiming the refs handed her the win, 12 free throws, 0 fouls. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark gets decked every game and barely gets a call. Something smells off in Vegas. Is A'ja just that good, or just that protected? Let's talk about the shot first, because yeah, it was clutch. A'ja Wilson pulled up and hit the game winner. The crowd lost its mind. Highlight shows rolled it 100 times. But under all that hype, people noticed something else: the way the refs were glued to her every move, with that invisible do not touch sign hovering over her head. Everyone online is calling it the A'ja whistle, and honestly, they might have a point, because this isn't about one call or one game. It's a pattern. And the Fever fans have been screaming about it since last season. Let's rewind. This latest mess started in Phoenix. Wilson's aces were in another tight one. The final score doesn't even matter anymore, because all anyone remembers is her getting 12 free throws while the opposing star, Sada Sabaly, got hacked like a tree and barely saw the line. Even worse, Sabaly got hurt. The coach said she wasn't even in the locker room afterward.
Those 5 fouls. Sabaly.
Now, props where it's due. A'ja Wilson is talented. Nobody's denying that. But when every close game ends with her standing on the free throw line while the other team's best players are sitting with 5 fouls, people start to notice. 38 by Angel McCautry, yes, and that's not even casual fans. The ones who just hopped on the WNBA train because of Caitlin Clark are looking around like, wait, why does A'ja always get the soft whistle? Because here's the thing: A'ja Wilson doesn't just get calls, she gets protection. You rarely see her in foul trouble. You rarely see her calls overturned. And somehow, she gets to play full-throttle defense while everyone else gets whistled for breathing near her. That's not skill anymore, that's privilege.
Give the ball to AJ and get out of the way. That's all the play was.
Yeah, I feel like in that moment, if a coach has to tell me what to do, I'm not doing my job. And she just drew up a play. It wasn't really even a play.
Yeah, it was very basic.
Pretty much what you saw. And I'm appreciative that Becky trusts me in those moments. But that's playoff basketball moments. Those are the moments that you live for. So I'm glad I was able to show up. I get on my guards for not coming to work, so I'm glad I was able to come.
Fans on X, formerly Twitter, have receipts, clips everywhere. Illegal screens, no calls, phantom fouls on opponents, and then the cherry on top: A'ja getting continuation on contact that barely existed. Let's run through a few examples. First one, A'ja sets an obvious moving screen. Everybody watching sees it. Even the announcers say, that's a foul. Refs blow the whistle, but not on her. They call it on the defender. That's how wild it's gotten. Another one, defender boxes out for a rebound, Wilson crashes into her, and they call it a jump ball. Same play on the other end, Caitlin Clark or Aaliyah Boston breathes on someone? Automatic foul, you can't make this up.
We have to talk about is the amount of free throws A'ja Wilson is getting off. Not only just the amount of free throws she's getting off, the free throws and the calls that is pretty much garnering her the type of performances like this. She never gets in foul trouble. She gets all her calls. At this point, bro, this is unprecedented. I feel as if Caitlin Clark needs this damn whistle. Everybody should be pitching a bitch about A'ja Wilson whistle, because the WNBA was so far in the sunken damn place, no one paid attention to the sport. No one ever watched the first 2 damn championships.
It's reached the point where fans are comparing it to Deflategate, yes, Tom Brady's football scandal. That's how ridiculous this looks. And if you think it's just salty Fever fans talking, think again. Neutral fans, even some Aces supporters, have started saying, alright, this is getting weird. Here's what really triggered the explosion, though. After that game winner, the WNBA account posted a highlight reel praising A'ja's unreal clutch performance. Thousands of comments flooded in, half of them saying, great shot, and the other half saying, of course she made it, the refs carried her all night. When your highlight reel's comments section looks like a courtroom, you've got a problem. Let's talk numbers, because numbers don't lie.
mainstream media, and now people is paying attention. Not only is we paying attention, we're noticing a pattern, and the pattern is A'ja Wilson get this damn special whistle. Like, this should be looked at.
A'ja Wilson leads the league with almost 8.3 free throw attempts per game. That's insane. For context, that's more than double what Caitlin Clark averages. And Clark gets hit like she owes people money every night. In total, Wilson's already made over 290 free throws this season. No one else is even close. It's not a race, it's a monopoly. And now, tell me this, how is it possible for one player to lead the league in free throws year after year, yet never be the one fouling out or getting a technical? Either she's mastered basketball to an alien level, or the refs treat her like royalty. And don't get it twisted, fans aren't mad that she's good. They're mad that the league acts like she's untouchable. Let's compare it to Caitlin Clark for a second. Caitlin's in her second year now, no longer the rookie everyone was picking on, but the calls still don't go her way. She gets knocked to the floor, elbowed, pushed out of bounds, and the whistle stays silent like someone hit mute. Meanwhile, A'ja Wilson gets a tap on the wrist, and the refs sprint to the line faster than a Black Friday crowd. It's that double standard that drives fans crazy, and it's why every time A'ja wins a close game, people add an invisible asterisk in their heads. Remember earlier this season when Caitlin Clark and the Fever played the Aces? There was one possession that summed everything up perfectly. Clark drives, gets hacked, no call. Next play down, Wilson gets brushed by a defender and gets 2 free throws. The Fever bench went silent, because at this point, complaining doesn't even help. You just know what's coming. That's why fans call it the special whistle. Now, I know what some people are going to say, she's a star, stars always get calls. But there's a difference between star treatment and referee worship. LeBron James gets calls because he attacks the rim every possession. Steph Curry gets calls because he shoots through contact. But when A'ja Wilson can finish an entire half without a foul being called on her, that's not respecting the superstar, that's fixing the spotlight. Here's the wild part, this isn't even new. If you look at the stats from 2023, she also led the league in free throws. The same pattern shows up again and again, different opponents, different refs, same result. You could literally predict the box score before tip-off. of Wilson, 8 to 12 free throws. Boston, 4 fouls. Caitlin Clark, 2 free throws, 10 hits. Lather, rinse, repeat, and this is exactly why fans are saying enough is enough. Because now that the WNBA finally has mainstream eyes on it, these things can't hide anymore. Before Caitlin Clark arrived, nobody outside hardcore fans even noticed. Now every little moment trends within minutes. So if A'ja Wilson gets away with a foul or takes 12 free throws again, you better believe people will clip it, post it, and tag everyone, from ESPN to Elon Musk. That's the new reality. The league can't afford another favoritism scandal, not when the Fever bring record TV ratings and half those new viewers are already convinced the refs have an agenda. Speaking of agendas, let's talk about why this might actually be happening. Because honestly, there's a theory going around that's starting to make a little too much sense. The Las Vegas Aces are the WNBA's money team, stacked with stars, backed by casinos, and hyped up as the dynasty of the league.